Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Why do I have on a sweatshirt at the end of July? Well, it's 9 o'clock and I'm filming a video and I needed to look decent on camera and not have my straps all hanging out and wearing, clothes that people, don't want to see me in. But anyway, long story short, I'm back with episode 6 of Diary of an Art Major. Yo. This has been the most stressful semester of my life. And I really thought my first semester was really stressful and taxing as an art major. No, boo. This year took the cake. So initially, I'm going to start where I left off. So after photography, I finished that. I got a B in that. Cool. So I decided to do summer school this year because I'm trying to get up out of ECU. They're not about to have me there for 5 years just collecting my coins. No, we're not staying there for 5 years. So anyway, I ended up taking printmaking and ceramics. I took ceramics for first session and I took printmaking second session. Now ceramics was three much and it wasn't as stressful. But like the thing was, clay was not my forte. Therefore, I didn't make the best projects ever because I'm not a potter. And the process of it was somewhat hard. So anyway, long story short, took care of that class, got to be in it. Here's when the wheels really started to turn for the worse. Printmaking was probably the hardest class that I've ever taken. In terms of like the amount of labor that it requires and having fresh concepts and getting the methods of printmaking correct and the cost. I've spent so much money probably in this class alone than I've ever spent in another class. I've probably spent close to $150 or so in this class. Like every week we needed something and I'm just like, bruh, I can't. And I'm not blaming the class. I'm not blaming the instructor. It is what it is. This is a class and I didn't realize all that it entailed. And so anyway, long story short, it was super frustrating. Every day I would have to run to work, run to class and like draw. You got to carve wood. You got to do this. You got to edit. It was just too much. Now the process of creating was the hardest part. But having like a piece to show that is really dope was the cool part. It was just a lot because like being in a class 4 hours doing that was just not what I had in mind this summer. And my other class was 4 hours too, but I don't know if it's because I took it in the morning that it didn't bother me as much. But like that was the hardest class that I've ever taken. And thank God I got to be in that class because I really didn't think I was going to pass that class, to be honest. The very first grade I got was a C and I was just like, And then the next project I got a B and then I got another B and I got then I got an A, then I got a B. So I was like freaking out about it. And then like I had been scrambling around all semester trying to make sure I got to class on time, trying to make sure I was eating while I was working. Cause like I went through this whole phase of like not even taking care of myself because I've been that busy and that stressed out and overwhelmed with trying to, school and stuff. And and then not only that, like throughout this year, I've just had a lot of emotional ups and downs. And as a creative, if your emotions are unbalanced, it causes a block on your creative juices. It causes a block on your mind to be able to focus on what you need to do. And really, even if you're not a creative, anytime you're in emotional distress, it throws your life completely off balance. And I experienced that all summer long. And it's just been like three much and I really don't even have much to update you on, but that's really it. I have just had a rough time this year. Sophomore year has been really rough. I've came through with the A's and the B's, but it's been rough. And I'm just thankful to God that I made it through. I've seen unmerited favor that I probably didn't even deserve this summer. Or like this year when it came to school, because I even felt like I wasn't even giving it my best that time because I was so overwhelmed by other things and not even taking care of myself like I should. And I know I need to get better with that because If I'm not taken care of, then I can't do what I need to do, and I can't be a successful student, and I can't be a successful employee, and I can't be a successful child of God. I can't be a successful daughter. I can't be a successful me. And so it's just been really tough finding that balance. And you know, a part of me is just over the making stuff. I don't want to make nothing else. And like the thing that frustrates me about the art program is like, the thing is like, you have to, in a school of art and design, you're obligated to take art classes. That's cool, but like to make us go through a whole 2-year process of going through all these different art classes is ridiculous. Like I feel like you should like be able to take maybe like 3 classes outside of your outside of your concentration, and then jump into your concentration. So like it really, an art degree should not take 4 or 5 years. Really, in my opinion, it should only take like 3.5 years max. And like, you know, and that's leaving it up to the student whether or not they want to take multiple art classes and learn multiple art things. Like you should not require someone to take all these extra art classes. Like, and I get the idea, you want us to be familiar with all types of art. It is a school of art and design, but you cannot, I feel like you should not be forced to take multiple art classes and then jump into your concentration. Like I just feel like that's super ridiculous, and it's a waste of money. And like, and of course it's not a waste of money to the university because they're getting paid, and that's why they're doing it. But you know, I've just come to that point where I'm just like extremely exhausted, overwhelmed, underwhelmed. Everything has just been tough for me this year. And you know, I'm grateful that I'm approaching my junior year. I'll be getting more heavily involved in my film stuff. So the goal is just to keep pushing and, you know, keep excelling like only I know how. But it's been tough, and like I feel like every time I meet with an advisor, I feel like I'm about to have a headache because I just don't see how it's even doable. Because like they make it seem like you can't even graduate in 4 years, and I'm just like, I'm not staying at ECU past May 2020. I'm not doing that. That's what I will not do. And the thing is, you know, I want my degree and everything like that, but this is outrageous. So I've just been under a lot of stress, and I feel like, you know, it's just me just being unbalanced, having that unbalanced life right now, and just trying to figure out how to balance out everything. Because I'm a giving person. Like I don't like to tell people no when people need me or something needs to be done. I try to always put my hands to the plow. And sometimes that could be overwhelming and a little bit taxing because it's just like you're always constantly doing stuff. So, but I'm here. To God be the glory. When I tell you I'm going to shout across that stage, I'm telling you, the whole film department is going to be embarrassed because I'm just that grateful to even like see graduation. Because it's been a lot. And like, you know, people don't think being an art major is hard. It is super hard. It is very hard. Like, it's almost like to the same, maybe not the same degree as nursing, but it's in that realm. Like you're working around the clock constantly. You're, you know, required to think outside the box and create and do all that. Like that is a high expectation. Even though you are creative and you're gifted to do that, it is a high expectation. And to be able to do that in all areas, that's tough. That's tough. Like this degree is probably like the hardest degree I've it'll be the hardest degree I've ever accomplished. Because when I got my Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice, like it was a piece of cake. Now I could have done better with my grades. You know, it was a lot of content, but like the thing was, it wasn't that bad to the point where like, you know, it was really like read your textbook, pass the test. Read your textbook, pass the test, write a couple papers, do an internship. I knocked that out in 2.5 years. So for me to just go through this process has been super hard. And I remember even this summer, some nights I went to bed crying because I didn't have time to do my project, or I didn't have time to do it right, or I just couldn't find out the best way to do it, and just being upset and frustrated, and then, you know, coming up with a solution to get it done, and then it didn't come out right. Bro, like, I'm not the only one. Like, I've seen people in my class this summer who have cried because they couldn't even get their mess together. It's that tough. Like, it's hard. It's hard. So like, I'm not trying to discourage you from becoming an art major, but it is an investment. Understand that it's an investment of your time, it's an investment of your money, it's an investment of your emotional and physical well-being. It is an investment. And I want you to know that before you jump into it, make sure it's something you really want to do, and make sure you know what exactly you want to do, so that, you know, you're not aimlessly wandering around. And I think that's why they have that, like, what was I saying, Jesus? Oh, I think the purpose of them having that 2-year period where you just kind of take any kind of art classes is for people who don't know exactly what they want to do. But I'm just like, if people know what they want to do, they should not be obligated to have to go through all these art classes. So, but yeah, long story short, all my grades are in order so far. I mean, I have greater news and greater blessings underneath the whole scope of everything, but I'll share those in due time. It's not time to talk about that. But yeah, it's been stressful, okay? And like, it's crazy because like, people, I feel like some people know the pressure that I'm under. And it's funny to me how like, because at my job we pray in the morning on specific days of the week. So when I hear a prayer about, you know, sleepless nights or frustration, anxiety, I'm just like, bruh, you must know that I'm going through the struggle. Because like, I'm one of those people, I just put on a happy face even if I'm not happy on the inside. Nobody really knows like what's really up with me unless I tell you. And the only people I really tell is like my mom, you know. And I mean, I tell other people, I tell like those in my circle, but for the most part, you'll never know that I'm falling apart on the inside. You'll never know it, because I just try to, you know, keep positive and just press forward. But if you are deciding to be an art major, just be careful about that printmaking class, okay? Because like, it ain't cheap, number one, and number two, it is taxing, okay? Especially summer classes, because you're expected to do so much in a short amount of time, and you can't even really like fully like learn it like you need to. That, I think that was probably like the most stressful and struggleful thing. Struggleful ain't even a word. Struggleful thing of the entire summer session is being crammed into a short amount of time. So just be mindful. Like, if you're gonna do a summer class, do like drawing or something like that. Something that don't really require a whole lot of learning and money. Because like, had I been doing like a semester long class of printmaking, I probably wouldn't have to spend but so much. And then at the same time, like, I could have more time to really like work on my projects like I needed to, and I'll be allotted more time. And then you know, and I'm not saying printmaking is the only class I spent money in, because every class that I've taken at ECU, I've spent money on supplies. Every single class. Just be aware. And I know I said that in my very first episode of Diary of an Art Major, that, you know, it costs to be an art major. So make sure it's something you really want to do, because it's an investment. It is an investment. And yeah, but that's really all I had to say. Just being reflective and transparent about my sophomore year, from fall to spring to summer. It has been a journey. And I'm grateful for God for the path that I'm on now. Don't make no mistake, but it has been a struggle, a battle, stressful, and a lot has been going on. Do me a favor. If you're an art major, or if you're a believer or whatever, lift up a prayer for your girl. I will sincerely appreciate it. And God knows I will be mentioning y'all for praying for me when I finally graduate. When I tell you, I'll probably cry on graduation. I'll probably bawl like a baby, because I'm getting like watery eyed right now, because like, it has been a time. And I'm not gonna break down on camera. I don't know why I've been so emotional lately, bro. I don't know why, but we're thugging it out tonight. I'm not crying tonight, okay? But like, it has been a struggle. And I'm just grateful to like still be doing good in school and still being alive. Because when you don't take care of yourself and you have those kind of demands on you, you're not, you know, really paying attention to yourself, it can get bad. But to God be the glory, he's kept me, and he's kept a great support circle from my job from my current job to my old job to my family to my friends. They have been a great support. And you're definitely going to need a support system. If you decide to be an art major, you're going to need a support system. And I encourage you to start young, when you don't have to work, when you don't have to pay bills. Start young. You know what I'm saying? Get your scholarships, okay? Get your cha-ching. Start saving your money for art supplies. Do that because it'll make a huge difference in the long run. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and sign off of this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.